Hey everyone! So it is day 3 of the RFT Momentum Challenge, and I'm here to just give you guys another update, let you know how it's going, and yeah, enjoying this beautiful weather. It was like overcast and raining earlier, and now the sun's sort of out, so I'm getting some vitamin D. The focus of today's video is pacing yourself, and I was thinking this morning about cardio, which like 95% of the time I absolutely dread cardio. But I like to do HIIT intervals as my cardio session. And so what I find that I do to get through the session is I focus on each interval. So I do walk sprint intervals, and so I will get through the sprint, recover with the walking, and then prepare myself for the next sprint. And instead of focusing on how long I'm going to be there, and that's what I keep thinking about, I'm focusing on each interval that's right in front of me and what's in the moment that I have to think about and prepare and put my effort into. And I find that makes the session go by faster, and I'm also more effective, and I really am able to push myself harder because, again, I'm not like, oh, well, I need to reserve my energy to get through this. I'm able to just put into it what I've got for that moment, and it doesn't wear me out in the same way. Mentally, mostly, and physically. So I was just thinking about that in regards to this challenge and kind of what we're facing each day. And, you know, this morning for work, I had a bunch of cold calls that I had to make. And if you've ever made a cold call before, you will know that everyone dreads cold calls. Most people don't want to talk to you. And if you're already kind of having a bad day, it can make it harder to have a good attitude about the day, I should say. But I made a bunch of calls this morning, and apparently everyone else was not feeling exceptional because I got hung up on a lot and a lot of frustrated people. And when I woke up this morning, I was not, this seems to be kind of my common theme lately, so I'm working on it, but I was just exhausted this morning and kind of felt like I had a cold coming on. Just my body felt really weak. And so I was pushing through, and I found myself focusing on work in the same way that I focused in my workouts, where I had to just take it one call at a time. And I couldn't focus on how many calls I had left. I had to say, okay, what can I do for this call? Make it happen, and then move on to the next. So, in regards to just life and how that carries over, I find myself kind of, my mentality is really an all or nothing type of mentality. I like to give 110% in everything that I do, and that's a really good thing to have and a really good mindset to have. But I find that I will overwhelm myself with the amount of work that I put on my plate to do, and amount of things that I want to have 110% success in, and then I wear myself out and I don't have anything left to give after that. And so that's kind of what I was running into this morning, is I've really just kept my schedule so busy lately that I haven't had time to rest and recuperate and kind of have that walking period, if you will. It's just been a continual sprint. And so my challenge for you guys is, if this is something that you deal with too, look at ways that maybe you can take some time for yourself. You know, this afternoon I took a 3-hour nap. Can't tell you the last time I've done that, but I felt so much better afterward. And yes, I didn't get things done in that time that I would have liked to, but in the long term, and this is where you would look at that long term, how much more effort will I be able to put in when I re-engage? You know, if you're kind of just trudging along, trying to give that 110%, you're not going to be as effective as if you're able to actually go in and sprint and give 110%. So if this is something you face, let me know. I'd love to encourage you guys. And if this is something that maybe you faced in the past and you've learned to deal with now, I'd love to, you know, if you guys would post in the comments, let me know what you did and how you dealt with that, and the success that you see now based on what you learned through learning how to pace yourself. So yeah, if you guys aren't a part of the RFT challenge yet, please go to Ross Forte Transformation and sign up, because it's an awesome challenge and you will learn so much. There's always going to be something new, and it's always good to challenge yourself and look for new ways to gain momentum in your life. So that would be my encouragement to you, and let's do this, guys. Thank you all for your support, and I hope you have an awesome day.